Toby Keith Discography Wikipedia. Toby Keith Koval, July 8, 1961 to February 5, 2024, known professionally as Toby Keith, was an American country music singer, songwriter, record producer, and actor. In the 1990s, he released his first 4 studio albums, Toby Keith, 1993, Boomtown, 1994, Blue Moon, 1996, and Dream Walkin', 1997, and Greatest Hits Volume 1 under Mercury Records. These albums all earned gold or higher certification and had several top 10 singles, including his chart-topping debut, Should Have Been a Cowboy. Signed to DreamWorks Records Nashville in 1998, Keith released his breakthrough single, How Do You Like Me Now, in late 1999. This song, the title track to his 1999 album of the same name, was the #1 country song of 2000, and one of several chart toppers during his tenure on DreamWorks Nashville. His next 3 albums, Pull My Chain, Unleashed, and Shockin' Y'all, produced 3 more #1s each, and all of the albums were certified 4 times platinum. A second Greatest Hits package followed in 2004, and after that, he released Honky Tonk University. When DreamWorks closed in 2005, Keith founded the label Show Dog Nashville, which merged with Universal South Records to become Show Dog Universal Music in December 2009. He released 10 studio albums through Show Dog/Show Dog Universal, 2000 SIXS White Trash with Money, 2007's Big Dog Daddy, 2008's That Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, 2009's American Ride, 2010's Bullets in the Gun, 2011's Clancy's Tavern, 2012's Hope on the Rocks, 2013's Drinks After Work, 2015's 35 Miles Per Hour Town, 2017's The Bus Songs, and 2021's Peso in My Pocket, as well as the compilation 35 Biggest Hits in 2008. Keith also made his acting debut in 2006, starring in the film Broken Bridges, and co-starred with comedian Rodney Carrington in the 2008 film Beer for My Horses, inspired by his song of the same name. Keith released 19 studio albums, 2 Christmas albums, and 5 compilation albums, totaling worldwide sales of over 40 million albums. He charted 61 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Songs charts, including 20 #1 hits and 22 additional top 10 hits. His longest-lasting #1 hits are Beer for My Horses, a 2003 duet with Willie Nelson, and As Good as I Once Was, 2005, at 6 weeks each. Keith was awarded the National Medal of Arts by President Donald Trump in a closed ceremony alongside Ricky Skaggs on January 13, 2021. Early life and education. Toby Keith Koval was born on July 8, 1961, in Clinton, Oklahoma, to Carolyn Joan, née Ross, and Hubert K. Koval Jr. He has a sister and a brother. The family lived in Fort Smith, Arkansas, for a few years when Keith was in grade school, but moved to Moore, Oklahoma, a suburb of Oklahoma City, when he was still young. Before the family moved to Moore, he visited his grandmother in Fort Smith during the summers. His grandmother owned Billy Garner's Supper Club in Fort Smith, where Keith became interested in the musicians who came there to play. He did odd jobs around the supper club and started getting up on the bandstand to play with the band. He got his first guitar at the age of 8. After the family moved to Moore, Keith attended Highland West Junior High and Moore High School, where he played defensive end on the football team. Keith graduated from Moore High School and worked as a derrick hand in the oil fields. He worked his way up to become a supervisor. When Keith was 20, he and his friends formed the Easy Money Band, which played at local bars and roadhouses as he continued to work in the oil industry. At times, he would have to leave in the middle of a concert if he was paged to work in the oil field. In 1982, the oil industry in Oklahoma began a rapid decline and Keith soon found himself unemployed. He fell back on his football training and played defensive end with the semi-pro Oklahoma City Drillers while continuing to perform with his band. The Drillers were an unofficial farm club of the United States Football League's Oklahoma Outlaws. Keith tried out for the Outlaws, but did not make the team. He then returned to focus once again on music. His family and friends were doubtful he would succeed, but, in 1984, Easy Money, various other band members included Mike Barnes, T.A. Brower, and David Sailors, began playing the honky-tonk circuit in Oklahoma and Texas. Acting career. Keith performed on a series of television advertisements for Telecom USA for that company's discount long-distance telephone service 10-10-220. He also starred in Ford commercials, singing original songs such as Ford Truckman and Look Again while driving Ford trucks. Keith made an appearance at the first Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, then NWA TNA, weekly pay-per-view on June 19, 2002, where his playing of Courtesy of the Red, White and Blue was interrupted by Jeff Jarrett. He would later enter the gauntlet for the gold main event, suplexing Jarrett and eliminating him from the match. A short video of the suplex is seen in the clip package when he goes on stage. He appeared the next week, on June 26, and helped Scott Hall defeat Jarrett in singles action. In 2009, Keith participated in the Comedy Central roast of Larry the Cable Guy, which aired on March 14, 2009. Keith received the Colbert bump when he appeared on Comedy Central's The Colbert Report. He holds the distinction of being the only musical artist to have received a 5-star rating from Stephen Colbert on iTunes. Keith furthered this connection when he appeared in Colbert's 2008 Christmas special as a hunter. Keith also made an appearance as a musical guest on the October 27, 2011, episode of The Colbert Report. On October 29, 2011, Keith appeared on Fox Channel's Huckabee with former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. He played bullets in the gun and he joined with Huckabee's house band to play a song at the end of the show, citation needed. In December 2018, Keith appeared as a guest on Darcy Lynn, My Hometown Christmas. In the autumn of 2005, he filmed Broken Bridges, written by Sherry Bennett and Jeff Gottsfeld, and directed by Stephen Goldman. This feature film from Paramount/CMT Films was released on September 8, 2006. In this contemporary story set in small-town Tennessee, Keith plays Bo Price, a washed-up country musician. The movie also stars Kelly Preston, Burt Reynolds, Tess Harper, and Lindsay Hown. Keith wrote and starred in the 2008 movie Beer for My Horses, which is based on the 2003 hit song of the same name recorded by Keith and Willie Nelson. Personal life. Keith married Tricia Lucas on March 24, 1984. He was the father of 3 children, including Crystal Keith. Keith's father, H.K. Koval, was killed after a charter bus collided with his car on Interstate 35 on March 24, 2001. The Koval family was awarded $2.8 million for his wrongful death on December 25, 2007. Elias and Pedro Rodriguez, operators of Rodriguez Transportes of Tulsa, and the Republic Western Insurance Company were found liable, as they failed to equip the bus with properly working air brakes. Keith had an honorary degree from Villanova University, which he attended from 1979 to 1980. He planned to be a petroleum engineer. He was an avid University of Oklahoma sports fan, and Keith was often seen at Oklahoma Sooners games and practices. He was also a fan of professional wrestling, being seen in the front row of numerous WWE shows that took place in Oklahoma, as well as performing Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue live at the first ever TNA wrestling show on June 19, 2002. He was also a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. He was a Free Will Baptist. Thank you so much for watching this video. Also do not forget